Cancer, welcome to your reading. I'm Julie, this is Julie's Tarot reading. We're going to do a reading in September, but whenever you find it, that will be the time. Sun, Moon, Rising signs, cross watchers, you're welcome. Okay, so we're going to look at the Wisdom Oracle deck today. Oops, hang on, it's fallen on the floor. Oh, always does. Oh, actually, we've got two fallen out. Okay, so let's grab another one of these. Okay, the first one that fell out was Time to Go. 4 and 5 is 9 in numerology, and 9s are about endings. Might be that it's time to leave a situation behind. And the second one that fell out was New Life. 3 and 9, that's 9, 10, that's 12. And 1 and 2 is 3. So let's have a look at those two. I'll do a quick read for you, so I'll give you the full advantage. Okay, so with Time to Go, essential meaning is endings, completion, walking away from something because there's nothing else to learn or experience. So if there's something in your life, could be a job, could be a person, could be anything really, but we'll drill down in a bit of tarot in a minute. So it says you are at the end of one journey and have not yet begun the next. This is the moment to bless your experience thus far. So show gratitude for everything you've learned, even if it was a bad experience. You would have learned something from it. It might have been, you would have learned self-respect, you would have learned to trust your intuition, you would have learned that job's not for you, but whatever it was, you would have learned something. So be grateful for the lesson, because wherever you are now, it's because you learned the lesson. So it's asking you to take stock of what you've learned, and it's time to move on to new experiences and a new way of being. So 9s really are about the end. The 10 is you just taking the step into the next chapter. Take the risk and move on, even if you need to be in a transitional time for a while. Your destiny is calling you. If it's about a relationship, it says it's over, or at the very least, the form this relationship has taken is no longer of service to you or to the other person. This is a time of letting go, of knowing that the journey has come to its conclusion. That it doesn't mean anything's lost, although this card could speak to a breakup or drifting apart or the end of a soul contract. It is more about release than destruction. Remember the saying, if you love something, let it go. If it comes back, it's yours. If it doesn't, it never was. Endings are always a sign of new beginnings. If you want something deeper, walk away. There is a protection message here. I'm going to read this to you. Even if it appears that you have reached the end of the line and all is lost, it isn't. You're in a situation that will resurface again later. So consider this a break rather than an ending. Destiny is in charge here. You lose nothing and gain everything when you surrender to the fact. So if you are at the end of a relationship, not sure whether you want to walk away, it's saying that if it was yours, it will come back around. Maybe now isn't just not the right time to be with this person, if it is a relationship or a job or whatever. Your soul knows your destiny is unfolding with perfect timing and synchronicity. Your small self has doubts, but that is nature, and it doesn't have the map of your destiny, but your soul does. So trust that Spirit loves you and is guiding you in the right direction. So that's a really beautiful message, actually. 25, I've got to go back a little bit, 39. All right, so let's get a little bit of tarot on that particular card and see what's coming out for you. And then we'll read about New Life. All right, Spirit, what can you tell Cancer with respect to Time to Go? Bottom of the deck, I kid you not, the High Priestess. So certainly about listening to your soul, to your destiny, to your angels. And right underneath it, you've got the 8 of Cups. Wow, I cannot make that up. So 8 of Cups is about leaving something that's not emotionally satisfying for you anymore, or like I said, you've learned all the lessons. It's turning your back to what is not fulfilling you. But it is very much with the High Priestess, who's connected to Source, connected to Spirit, listening to the messages that you're being given. I'm actually going to take those two because they are so... But if you also see here, when you leave the 8, you can get to the 9. So let's have a little bit of a look at that, just so that reiterates that. So tell me about this time to go. 10 of Pentacles. So whatever you're moving on to will be much more stable and secure. And I feel like the person that you're with, if this is about love or the job that you're in, I feel like I do feel some boredom here. So I'm not sure if, you know, there's just nothing else to learn. There's nothing more to experience. And it's time for you to move on to a new journey. But it's also time for the other person to move on to a new journey. You know, these soul contracts, you come together for sometimes a period of time. You learn a lesson or teach each other something, or that person comes into your life for a reason. But when the lesson is learnt, it's time to move to the next lesson, maybe with new people. You've got the Wheel of Fortune. So there is definitely a new cycle on the way. You've also got the Queen of Swords. This is about being honest with yourself and being honest with others. So it could be that you need to speak your truth to this person to tell them it's time for me to go. I also feel that the other person also knows it's time to go, but maybe they have not quite said anything, or maybe you've not said anything and they have. But either way, listening to our intuition about time to move on and moving on, the cycle's complete. The karma is complete. It's time for a new karmic cycle, which is much more secure and stable, but you must speak honestly and you must listen. I want to say listen intently, because the other person will have something they want to say as well, and you need to be prepared to hear it. Let's just get one more on the Wheel of Fortune, please. Right? Queen of Cups. So it's not just all about being in your head, it's about being in your heart. The Queen of Cups is very passionate and kind. And I feel like you need to balance these two with heart and mind. There's always going to be sadness when we leave things behind, but Spirit is saying this is for your benefit, because there's a new journey. Hopefully that's all in the picture. There's a new journey coming. Well, you can see that with new life, but you just got to be prepared to leave the other way. Now, this is a 9 universal year. September is a 9 universal month. We have a full moon on the 7th. So this is all about... from the last moon to this moon, having learned those lessons and closing them out, and then the new moon is making wishes for the next cycle of the moon. All right, so I think it's quite clear there that it's something that's not emotionally fulfilling any time at the moment. It's time to leave it. Source is telling you to move forward. Whatever it is, it's much more secure that you're going into. And you've also got the Wheel of Fortune, so it's definitely telling you there's a new cycle here. That could be about love or work. But do you know what? I'm going to ask whether it's love or work, because it's kind of bugging me now. So just give me a moment. I'm not sure which deck. Let's try this deck. Yeah, on the bottom of this deck, you've got strength. This is courage. It's also compassion and patience. Be patient with yourself, because you could be in a transitional period. You know, if you're only just leaving this, or you're only about to leave this, there could be some kind of period where you're just being kind of nowhere land for a little while until the new life presents itself. Tell me if this is work or love, please, Spirit. I'll give you the Queen of Swords again. Well, that's no help, is it? It's certainly something that needs to be thought of quite clearly. I think they really want you to understand that this is heart and mind, but also I feel like they want you to not let sadness or emotions cloud your judgment. See this as lessons having been learned. Please tell me this is work or love, please, Spirit. It is about love. You've got the Two of Cups come out. So it could be that you're, thinking about leaving, but certainly this it seems to be this relationship, whether you want to admit it or not. I mean, I think you know quite clearly, if you're honest, they're asking you to be honest with yourself here and honest with the other person, that this may be time to leave this relationship. Okay, so this is a general reading, so, you know, I didn't actually intend it to be about love. So new life, how beautiful is this card? This lady is waking up. You can see they're stretching and yawning like you would in the morning, waking up to a new life. I'm going to read that quickly for you. Essential meaning is birth of new ideas, growth opportunities, a breath of fresh air, life renewing itself. It's about joy and excitement, feeling that to your very core. And I just heard freedom. So it may be that this exit has been a bit burdensome, but it's going to make you feel a lot lighter when you actually, when you actually leave. So a little bit more. If it's a relationship energy, new energy, it could be that a new relationship is going to like give you a whole new rebirth. You're going to feel like spring has sprung. And just remember that there's opportunities and abundance that's available to you. And it will come in surprising forms. The protection message is you must acknowledge your inexperience and gently allow yourself to be like a delicate new bud opening. It's okay to admit you may not know something. You're at the beginning of things and haven't yet hit your stride. Be immersed in the newness of it all. Don't try and rush the learning process. New life has its own timetable for maturity. Be here because life loves you. So I think they're really saying, you know, be open to the new experiences and abundance. You might feel a little bit scared and you might feel like you're not ready, but take your time, you know, be patient with yourself. So let's get a few cards on that. What deck should I use? One that's not already been used. Okay. All right, so we split the deck. We've got the Fool and the Three of Pentacles. So the Fool is about taking a risk on a new journey, and the Three of Pentacles is about building a new life. Oh look, Ace of Cups. So we're going to put those there as the two, and you've got the Ace of Swords as well. So it could be that it's not just about meeting new people. I think it's about meeting new people in general, not just new love. And I feel like there's a period of time where you just need to be by yourself, with yourself, enjoying life, seeing what you want to do, where you want to go, making new friends, new hobbies. They've just shown me like walking. So, you know, learn what you love again, you know, if you've put all those things aside. Also, like, take care of your health, your diet. So if you feel like you might need to get in shape, then that's another thing. Now you've been given the Two of Pentacles. So, like I said, you might be on the fence. You might be a bit worried about starting this new life, but the Two goes to the Three. The Three is about expansion, building, working with others, making new friends, but taking a risk, because I keep hearing the word free. You're free. To do whatever you want. You've got the Queen of Cups. You've got that twice now. So listen to your heart. Be compassionate and kind with yourself. Move slowly and steadily, you know, until you find your balance. Change and new beginnings are never easy. They're always scary because they're the unknown. But just, they want you to look at the excitement of what could be coming in, the people you could meet. This is about balance, but it's also about truth and honesty. You see here, you've got money and heart here. Balance. Balance your work, balance your emotional, I want to say safety, but this is about, sorry, I got distracted slightly there. Concentrating on you, concentrating on your emotions, finding balance, but rebuilding, going out, rebuilding, making friends. Sorry if I'm repeating myself there. Yeah, they don't want you to sit indoors. They want you to treat life like spring has just sprung. be excited about life again. A couple more, please, Spirit. Yeah, so there's Seven of Swords. So the Seven of Swords is not just about lies, manipulation. It's also about possibly not trusting yourself. But just go slow and steady. You've got slow and steady, consistent. Show up every day. Do one thing every day that expands you. Tell me a bit more, please, Spirit. Page of Cups and the Nine of Swords. So Nine of Swords is about fear and anxiety. Again, not trusting yourself. Maybe feeling a bit worried about the future. But they're saying here, as with the Queen, you know, look after your cup, look after your heart, look after how you feel about yourself. Do what you love. Do it slowly and consistently, bringing yourself slowly back into balance. Everything we try, as you know, I'm not trying to tell you to suck eggs, but everything we do that's new is scary because it's unknown. But once you've done it, I kind of want to refer to the book, Feel the Fear and Do It Anyway. If I've read it, it's a very good book, you should read it. They want you to come back into an energy of innocence. You can see this young boy is like trying to catch fish with his net. I just feel like they want you to open your heart. Be open to the excitement and the unexpected coming in. Don't be worried about it because you will cope with it. I think I just heard you're worried about your heart getting bruised. It's a lesson. King of Wands. Take back your power. Take back your spontaneity, your excitement for life. And this really is let it build slowly. Let it come in. If you're not sure of something, then step back for a moment. It's what it is. And the last one is the Knight of Cups. Going in a new direction. It's also about a romantic offer coming in. Let me get a couple more with the other deck. Just one or two more, please, Spirit, because I don't want this to go on too long. The Star. This is about going in a new direction. It's also about hope and healing, wishes coming true. And I want to say that when I split that, I got the Magician. I think that's where I'm going to leave it. The Star, being open to going on a brand new exciting journey. The Magician, manifesting what you want, but it's also about having learned lessons. You're learning lessons all the time. So this is recorded in September, but whenever you find it, it's for you. Cancer, have a fab day, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye now.